What's up, friends? It's Luke from Loom here. Since we're always telling you how important it is to connect with people and share the meaning behind your music, I thought we would put our money where our mouth is and give you a little backstory into how we started Loom and why we think it has the potential to reshape the industry. Almost all of the founders have been lifelong friends. Most of the people on our team I've known since middle school or before. We went to the same or surrounding high schools, and then we all end up going to the same college at UW-Madison. Going into our senior year, we were all considering what our future would look like, what we wanted to do, what we wanted to become. During that year, we ended up starting a think tank just to bounce ideas around and feel like we were actually being productive instead of just boozing and celebrating the Badger wins. So to get started, we ended up looking at industries that were growing rapidly but had an outdated business model. We were surprised that the music industry, specifically music streaming, fit this mold. If you look at Spotify, for example, they've been growing year over year, but they've just recently become a profitable company, largely due to their shifted focus towards podcasting. They have this impression of doing really well, opening up markets across the globe, gaining more subscribers. They have this massive user base as well as music catalog. However, their business model is severely outdated. The required costs of licensing and royalty payments far outweigh the revenue generated from advertising and subscriptions. So in general, they're losing much more money than what they're making. And if you think about it, the whole streaming model is flawed. Toward the beginning of streaming, there weren't many streams, and artists got paid reasonably well. However, now there are billions and billions of streams out there. Imagine if all of a sudden we pumped 100 million $100 bills into the economy. The value of that money would be extremely inflated and in turn lose its value. The same thing has happened with streams. The more streams, the more they have to devalue the cost associated with streams because the way they monetize the platform is unsustainable with scale. Anyway, we dove deeper into research and we came across, one statistic that ultimately became the foundation of what Loom is today. And that is the fact that 99% of all audio streaming is of the top 10% of the most popular music, meaning that 90% of all music out there shares or competes for 1% of streams. 1%. Streaming services are not built for the independent artist. We began to realize that the frustrations from their users are largely tied to the financial problems of the industry. Artists are unable to promote themselves in-app. These services are only catered to mainstream music with thousands of dollars of marketing and promotion budget, and no real way to connect to their audience because streaming services have decided that streams are the important metric instead of the people behind those streams. While on the fan side, they're unable to discover new music that isn't mainstream or label backed, unable to share music with their friends, and there's no real connection to either the music or the artist, all of which creates a passive listening experience. With all of that said, we created Loom to correct these problems. Loom is a music streaming and discovery platform built entirely on its own social network. We focus exclusively on emerging and independent artists and allow for the continuous circulation of music through peer recommendation. Artists and fans can build genuine and lasting relationships. Fans are able to learn about the thought process, meaning, and emotions tied to the creation of the song. And artists are able to network, build their brand, and meet other inspired creatives to team up and take their craft to the next level. To be honest, we said that to just about everything that the industry and alternative streaming services are doing. We did not come from the industry. We are also not that musically inclined. We built Loom how we wanted to discover and connect to music, artists, and other fans. Thanks for listening. I hope that this provided a little insight into how we got started. If you thought this was helpful, be sure to share it with others. Love y'all. Peace, Loom fam.